Hello and welcome to Feasibility.pro. At Feasibility.pro, we push the boundaries of innovation to provide you the next generation of real estate feasibility software. We also focus on providing customized feasibility solutions and development advisory. Our feasibility software consists of 4 modules. The standard feasibility module, which is an ideal product for product developers and a small mixed-use communities. Then we have Hospitality Feasibility Module, which focuses on hospitality product developments, including hotels, service apartments, etc. Master Plant Feasibility Module is ideal for large-scale plant development communities. It produces KPIs by plot, by phase, by product, whatever way you want. You can slice and dice the output. Mix Optimization Module focuses on mix optimization for mixed-use developments. It can provide you the ideal mix of various products to maximize your like IRR, NPV, etc. Without further ado, let's dive into the standard feasibility module. So this is how the software looks. You have the toolbar on the top, and at the bottom you have various tabs that look very similar to Excel tabs. You have all the tools on the top. Let's quickly look at the tools we have. These are standard tools, save as new, open, etc. Preferences is a very important tool where you save all your preferences in terms of currency, area measurement, number format, cash flow duration, and how many durations per year, annual, monthly, or quarterly, whatever cash flow style you want. Let's make this 20. Then you have display, where you choose which tabs you want to show, whether you want headings or not. You can also add logos and notes that you want to appear in the report. There is an option to protect certain tabs because you might share the file with other departments and you may not want them to change specific inputs. Calculation preferences lets you set the hurdle rate, and we have recently introduced the MIRR calculation. Here you have 2 rates, finance rate and reinvestment rate. You can enter them manually or simply take the surplus interest rate, which we will input separately in the input sheet. In financial reporting, you can enable reporting and choose to recognize revenue on percentage completion or on completion. Total cost for the completion percentage might include construction cost, or both construction and land. Then you have cost treatment. Certain costs you may wish to expense, or instead capitalize. Financing offers 4 types. One is very simple. The owner funds the project. Then you have Simple 1 Equity, 1 Auto Loan, and Simple 1 Equity 1 Manual Loan. Finally, the Advanced option, where you can have equity and up to 5 loans. Profit share options can be configured here. You also have different types of escrow rules. Each country has its own escrow regulations, and we've provided enough inputs to satisfy almost any criteria you may need. Similarly, you have cost treatment for escrow percentage calculation, which is different from revenue percentage calculation. So this is how the preferences look like. So you have options here where you can just save various scenarios of the feasibilities. You can save up to 8 options here. These are the live KPI toolbox here. Then you have option to add or delete any sections. So if you want to add, say, construction cost or professional fee, say, I want to add at the moment you have 10 rows. I want to add additional 5 rows in the construction cost. So I can just go and add additional 5 rows in the construction cost. Similarly, if you want to delete unused rows so that your file looks clean, you can do it here. The next tool is to add Excel file. Either you can add blank Excel so you can do your own calculations, or you can import existing Excel file from your computer. You can export this feasibility to Excel format and also to CSV or XML. You can link to an external Excel file if required. The navigation tool helps you move within the input sheet. Quickly jump to sales or back to land purchase price without scrolling. It also allows navigation between tabs. And of course, there is a help file. Now, back to the tabs. You have an input tab, where we enter all data related to cost, duration, etc. Development data is the basic data we capture for any development. Simple and straightforward. You have single-family, multifamily, and other assets such as retail and commercial. Rental is also simple. Any assets that are develop and hold, not develop and sell, are entered here. You enter rent, area, unit count, outgoings, vacancies, lease period, lease start date, operating cost percentage, rent escalation, letting fee, rent-free months, tenant incentives, and cap rate to capitalize rental income. Now let's go to the Input tab and put in some data. Land purchase price, say $5 million. Payment schedule 60%, 30%, and balance 10%. Start with period 1, then period 3, then period 5. On the right side, you will see the total land cost of $5 million. Next, land acquisition cost. If there is cost escalation, you can enter it. It covers period 1 to 10, and beyond period 10, the model assumes it remains constant. Master development cost. If you have any master development cost, any project management cost, development management cost, professional fee, construction cost, these are used for the escalation purposes. The escalation type, which we have applied on the top. And say you have one, and say it is 2.5 million. Construction cost escalation, we have different type of escalation, and then you have different type of S-curve. S-curve is basically your cash outflow with regards to or in relation to the time, so you have 11 type of S-curves here and say, in 2% of time, how much is the cost spent? So 2% of the time, 1% of the cost. Add any operating cost overheads, marketing cost, or miscellaneous cost you wish. You can also enter contingencies. If you need to define revenue escalation, you can do so. Same logic applies. Beyond the 10th period, it uses the last escalation rate for future cash flows. Next is selling cost. Here we have sales commission. Define it however you like. For example, 5% sales commission based either on cash or sales. If you choose cash, that means you pay 5% of cash received from customers to the broker. If you choose sales, you pay immediately on total sales recognized. Add other selling costs as needed. Revenue can link to development data or be hard-coded. Both methods are fine. Example, single-family, 1,250 square meter plot, 1 parking each. Unit plot area 1,500 square meters, price per square meter 50. Total sales price 18.7 million. The same figure reflects here. You also have sales profile and cash collection profile. Initially, it's not escalated. Once you apply escalation, you'll see changes. On the top, KPIs update live. To review sales and cash profiles, open the relevant section. You have 5 sales profiles and 5 cash collection profiles. Sales profile defines how much percentage of the product is sold each period. For example, if you launch 100 units and sell 10 units in the first month, that's 10%. Cash collection profile defines how you collect money. For instance, collect 10% in period 1 when sales occur, and so on. Other data includes other income financing. For example, equity injection 2.5 million or 1.5 million. You can inject up front or as required. If injected up front, run calculation. You may see no equity IRR yet, and NPV remains negative. Set repaid when available. Interest on surplus cash. Enter 5% and recalculate. Equity IRR improves. Define financing cost, project hurdle rate, etc. Development data we have seen. Rental refers to assets with a develop and hold strategy. Cash collection profile we have seen. Now to the Output tab. Here you'll find the detailed cash flow. You can choose to view only used rows, all rows, or subtotal only. Review each either at subtotal or detailed level. Next comes P&L and balance sheet, available here. Then the Summary tab, which is your KPI summary. All the details appear here. If RLV is not calculated, you can calculate it. Press the button to compute RLV, payback, peak equity exposure, peak debt exposure, and more. Now, sensitivity analysis. If you wish to run sensitivity, for instance, go back to Summary and calculate RLV by pressing the button. Then proceed to Sensitivity. From here, define what kind of sensitivity you want. Defaults are available, but you can change them. Two-way sensitivity. Example: development profit versus rental levels and construction cost. Let's modify. Since there's no rental, we'll use land purchase price instead. Adjust it 5% down, 10% down, 15% down, and up likewise. Run the analysis, and you'll get sensitivity results for the options you selected. The final tab is Charts. Charts populate automatically once data is available. At the moment, we don't have much data, so charts are empty. Once complete data is entered, charts will appear. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Thanks for watching.